Hello everybody, it's Mo and Deb here.
Hey y'all, what's happening, people out there in Facebook land?
We are live tonight, so I hope you can join us and hang out with us for just a little while.
Hang out with us.
We got some interesting things to talk about and tell you about. Somebody might find it interesting. Hi there, Joy.
Hey Joy.
Make sure everybody who's coming on that you like us or give us a heart, give us a thumbs up. Howdy, Deanne.
Howdy. My hair's a hot mess.
We've been working.
Who fixed my hair
Hi, Barbara.
today?
You fixed your own hair?
Definitely not my hairdresser.
You are your hairdresser, right?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Hi, Linda.
Amanda.
Thank y'all for joining us. Hi, Leanne. Hey. We have some things that we just come across today. Actually, most come across this a few days ago.
Mo came across this because I was cleaning out some papers. And you know how we store those papers in a stack? It's because we think, oh, I need to go through that. And then days go by.
The stack
sometimes
gets bigger.
Weeks go by. So I
Linda.
found this in that stack, and I've been meaning to share it with you guys and Deb. And Deb and I have been doing some of the things that are on this list. And not to keep you in any suspense or anything, but these are things that will help anybody, but especially those of us who are trying to downsize a little bit. Years
Hey,
go
Melissa.
by. Joy said years go by.
Hi, Beth.
But anyway, we'll wait just a few minutes and let a few others jump on. We've been cooking tonight a little bit,
Hi, Sandra.
and y'all ever had these?
I've not tried those. I'm going to have to go look for them.
These are good. They're not very expensive either. At the grocery store, they're like $1.25. Compared to some things, you know, that are $3.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, Nancy. Yes, I think my drinks are what cost me the most, and it ain't those kind of drinks.
Yeah. Well, you drink that good sweet tea.
Yes, I love my sweet tea.
She buys that. What is it called?
Pure Leaf.
Pure Leaf.
And I love Cokes, the real thing, not the fake diet stuff.
Yeah.
I like the real thing. Trying to cut back on them. Or the sweet tea now, that brand has what they call subtly sweet.
Which is
And
not as sweet.
It's
or
not,
something.
well, it's a sweetener. And you can tell that it's not sugar, but it's better than unsweet tea.
Yeah. Tastes better than
Yes,
unsweet
tastes
tea.
better. And I don't like the taste of just no sugar or no sweetener in my tea.
Hey, Susan in Australia. It is
Good
morning
morning.
over there, isn't it?
Good morning to you.
Yeah. Down here it is 7:30 at night in the evening. So
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Robin. So, what we're talking about today are how to reduce your stuff. Might be clutter. It might be just stuff that you've had for a long, long time.
stuff you've held on to, thinking, I'll use that, I'll wear that, I'll do, No, you won't.
Alberta, Canada.
Oh, hey, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
So, a couple of years ago, I think it might have even been during the pandemic. So, we're empty nesters, Tink and I, and he was like, you're going to have to get rid of some stuff. You know how we get those directives from our husbands. You were going to have to get rid of some stuff. There's too much stuff in this house. If we sell this house and move down, I don't want to move all this stuff. Well, I knew he was right. Of course he was right. But I liked my stuff. So I really needed help. So I actually took a course. Yeah, I took a course.
There's a class to help you unclutter.
Yes, because like I said, it was during the pandemic. I was bored. I wanted some stuff to do that would help me. So I thought, well, I need help with clutter. I have a clutter problem. I'm not a hoarder by any means, but we have this big storage area in our basement. it was chocked full of all my stuff. Tink is a minimalist. He does not have very many things that belong to him. I had that storage space just full of all my junk, and I mean junk, and I wouldn't let him touch it. So I took this class, and it's called Becoming Minimalist. It was a great class. I learned a lot. One of the things that I had left was 101 things to reduce in your home, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Some things that you may not even think about that you can get rid of.
So we want to start reading them all?
So we've got this list, 101 things, and we're trying to talk loud enough for y'all to hear us. Can you hear us okay? Oh, hey, Vicki, we haven't seen you either in a long, long time.
Hi, Barb in Newfoundland, Canada.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hi, Lynn. So we're going to read off this 101 things. So I hope you have a pen handy. You might want to write down a few things that might help you to just kind of downsize a little bit if that's something you need to do.
As we go through the list, we're going to be making some comments because, you know, we always got something to say about something.
Looks like the first things are kind of kitchen things.
Okay.
And I have kind of gone through some of my
Why
kitchen
don't you
things.
go through that down to there?
All right. So the first one is kitchen glassware. I did have a lot of mugs, and I don't even drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate, some, but didn't need all the mugs.
So
I
who
had.
out there has a lot of mugs? So do I.
I think we all do. Cookbooks. I had a lot of cookbooks. I
Same.
do have a lot of cookbooks.
And I did go through them during the pandemic. I went through my cookbooks.
Kitchen gadgets. Golly, I got like 3 drawers full of gadgets.
That is preaching to the choir.
But what
right
if
there.
I needed a gadget? If I got rid of it and I
right.
needed it and didn't have it?
I would have used that one day.
Kitchen appliances. I guess that means like toasters and things like that. I don't think I have too many of those. Pots and pans. I don't really have a lot of pots and pans. Mixing bowls. I don't have a lot of mixing bowls, but I have enough. Tupperware. Tupperware's on here.
Y'all, I got rid of a bunch of my old stained up Tupperware bowls. You know, the kind that your kids had put in the microwave with spaghetti in it and they got all stained and ruined. I threw those away too.
Water pitchers and coffee mugs. So there's a specific category for those mugs and glass jars. I still have some of all of those. I have gone through my kitchen cabinets and taken out a lot, but I still have a few I probably could get rid of.
Okay, so the glass jars, you know, they come in handy for those of us that do canning.
Yeah.
So don't just throw them away. Just ask your friends, does anybody need any jars? Because those boogers are expensive at the store. And you can just give someone with that. So the next one's one big thing. Deb, see if we got any comments.
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay.
Vicki says she tried to get rid of her mugs and her husband stops her.
That's funny.
Gnocchi. Edna found gnocchi at TJ Maxx.
Oh, wow.
That is crazy.
They have some great food items.
We did a video where it was beef gnocchi, and we were talking about in our town at the 2 grocery stores we could not find gnocchi, but Edna found it at TJ Maxx. I never would have thought of looking at TJ Maxx, but it's good to know, Edna. Thank you. Lynn, I just went through my Tupperware and got rid of a bunch that didn't have lids. That is the thing about Tupperware or any of those
containers.
Yes, where's the lid?
And does the lid match?
Joyce has Tupperware 50 or 60 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Vicki said, I get rid of things and drive to the Goodwill and drop them off and go in and bring more things home. I'm with you, Vicki. I understand that
too.
All right,
so
Mom,
the
what's
next thing on our list is a big one, and I bet all of y'all had this problem. Magazines and newspapers. When my mother passed away back in 1981, my sisters and I had to go through all her stuff for my dad. And she had stacks and stacks of Family Circle and Woman's Day and all those magazines. And back then, they were only like 25 cents. But I remember she used to say, I hate to throw it away. I spent a quarter on it. And nowadays, you know, those things are $6.95 or whatever they are. But newspapers, magazines, you think you're going to look at them again? You ain't.
But the thing about newspapers is, for me, the only time I would keep a newspaper is if it was something important or something special that happened on that day. Yeah, so it'd be hard for me to get rid of some of them.
It's a thing. Some people do hold on to newspapers. Of course, not as common as it used to be, since we don't have that many newspapers anymore. Books. Go through your books. Are you ever going to read that book again? Are you ever going to look at that or pick that book up again? They're just taking up real estate in your house.
Yeah.
So go through those. See if you can find a library or somewhere that will take donations. Maybe Goodwill does that. Or what is that, McKay's?
You can get a credit or maybe money back on them. I'm not sure.
Here's another thing. Over-the-counter medicine. My girls get on to me because I forget to go through my medicine, and then they come hunting something, and it's like 3 years out of date. So that's another thing. Makeup. I just did that yesterday when I cleaned up my bathroom. I thought, I'm going to go through my makeup. I had a bag full of stuff I will never use again.
But it's really easy to get a lot of makeup because you end up thinking, oh, the seasons change, so I need to try a different color. I need to try something different. And then you still have half a full bottle of the old stuff.
That's right. So makeup's a big one. Hair accessories, personal beauty appliances, things that you won't use again. I think I got rid of my 1984 hot rollers about 5 years ago. I had them in my
Those are back in style now.
I know. I wish I had them back. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I really don't, because I wouldn't go to all the trouble to roll my hair anymore. What does that say?
When we cleared my mother-in-law's house, she had kept every newspaper from her marriage on
my goodness.
From 1942. It was in a storage building. Why?
That's the question. That's what we have to ask ourselves. Why am I holding on to this? So, let's see. Toiletries, and here's the big one.
I'm not doing this one.
No. Photos.
I'm not getting rid of photos. Somebody else will have to do it when I'm gone.
Now, I will say,
I can't do it.
For years, when the girls were small, I had double prints made of everything.
Okay, so that's different.
So what I'm doing is I'm gifting each of them with my photos.
That's
and they probably don't even want them, but I don't care. They gotta get them.
They will have to do something with them. So I get that. I have gone through some and cleared out some that was a picture of a tree or a sunset that we don't even know where it was. Some of those I've cleared out, but other photo things, I just can't do it.
Okay, here we're approaching one that you've just done, but we got photography supplies. We don't really have much of that unless we're a photographer. Sewing supplies. A lot of you seamstresses out there. My mother, and again, when Mother passed away, she had a room full of fabric. We had to go through and give away. My sisters sew, so they took a lot of it. But here's a big one: scrapbooking supplies.
I'm a scrapbooker, and yes, I can talk about that. I do have a lot of stuff, but I also like to get the newer stuff as it comes out, so I don't like to keep a lot of old stuff. So for me, getting rid of the older things is important, because when I do a scrapbook page, I want something that is newer or fresh or that I haven't used before.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me read. This is Vicky's. I've been an eBay seller since 2001. I'm currently selling my late mom's hoarder collection on eBay. So that is a great thing to do, because there are people out there that want everything.
Yeah, they do.
So if you look into eBay, it is something that you can do if you have a lot of stuff.
What is it they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Joyce says, I have a slide box under her bed full of old newspapers that she saved over the years. My kids are going to say,
Mom,
why did you save all these papers? That is true, but there's a few things that my kids will say, Mom, why do you have all these pictures? But I won't be here to hear it, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay, read through the rest of that list on that.
Okay, we got other craft supplies. If you're a crafter, I think I understand having a lot of craft stuff.
Me too.
Because you may need it, but I get it.
I have gone through mine though, and you know what I did? I had a lot of floral supplies. I just loaded them up. I had like 3 big boxes full of things that I had held on to. And I took them over to a local florist and I said, if y'all can use this, please take it. And if you can't, I see you got a dumpster out back, just throw it away.
Another thing you could try is your local school, the elementary school teachers, they may need some art supplies. So if you have like markers and things like that, paper, they may can use some things like that. Okay, this is something that I did get rid of. It's CDs or DVDs. I got rid of all of my old ones.
Me too.
And VHS tapes. I don't have any of those at all. Wall decorations. I guess I kind of got rid of
interior hanging around.
I don't have any more, but
I used to.
Candles and candle holders. I do keep a few candles on hand.
Me too.
Figurines, like things you set out in your china cabinet.
Doodads.
Things like little doodads. Keep a minimal number of doodads, I guess. Crystal and china. Do you have dishes that you don't pull out except at a certain time of the year?
I have Christmas dishes, but I never did get into the china thing. I'm like, nah, it's not for me.
And vases. Why do we have so many vases?
Because we can't throw them away. Somebody gives us a dozen roses, and we've got that vase from 1989.
Audio, visual components, and visual cables. I guess that's when you had the big video camera that you had to rest on your shoulder and go around taking. We don't need those anymore.
All those cords that go or went to everything had a cord. You know, nowadays everything pretty much is wireless. So,
and computer equipment and computer peripherals.
I don't
even know what that is. I don't guess I have that. That's only one row of all the stuff in this list.
Oh, let's see what kind of comments we got
Vicky's
out
talking
there.
about those vintage magazines are valuable on eBay.
I've heard that.
So see, that's the thing. You might have some Beanie Babies in the attic that might be valuable. So it's a good thing to.
How many of y'all have Beanie Babies?
I have them in the attic.
Our daughters have theirs, so we used to buy them Beanie Babies and put them in a tote.
Joanne says she let go of her pictures, and Joy says she digitized her photos. Digitized. That's the thing to do.
That's a great idea.
Brenda, I donate newspapers to my local vet. Hello from West Virginia. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Carolyn.
I need help with clothes.
Yeah, clothes. I keep thinking I'm going to lose weight and wear it again, or it's going to come back into style, and it ain't going. Joanne says she don't scrapbook. Fabrics. Leanne says fabric scraps would be a problem for me. Let me tell you, my mom quilts, and she was showing me a new quilt that she made yesterday because she cannot stand to let go of scraps. So she made a quilt out of hers, and it's beautiful. So she would understand the fabric scraps.
She would.
All right, Mo, what we got next?
Cell phones. You got any old cell phones hanging around?
Those, I don't either. And now you can.
But I do have my first cell phone, y'all, and I'm going to keep it for posterity. I'm going to keep it, and then in 20 years, I'm going to say, "Here's my first cell phone," and they're going to go, "That looks goofy." Okay, furniture. Do you have any old furniture? We just got rid of some that we had in the basement. I don't know why we held on to it. It was end tables and a coffee table. It was just in the way. So we let somebody come get it. Just take it, please. Video game systems, video game accessories, video games, all those old games that nobody's ever going to play anymore, all those systems, get them out of your house. Shirts and pants and shorts and dresses and skirts and hats. A lot of clothes.
If you don't wear them a season, they say to get rid of them.
That's
I think
what
that's
they
pretty.
say.
I think that's a short time.
I do too. I try to like
a year. I still have more than this, but
sometimes I just get sick of stuff.
If you haven't worn them in a year, they say to get rid of it.
Oh, here's a biggie: clothes hangers. How many of y'all hoard clothes hangers?
I do not.
I've known people that do. They have 10 million clothes hangers. I got rid of mine not long ago, and I felt so much better about it. Shoes. When's the last time you went through your shoes and said, "Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that penny loafer since 1957."
We weren't even here in 1957.
Anyway, It just slipped out. Penny loafer, and that made me think of the
I did have
50s.
some.
Yeah, me too. Or that saddle Oxford. How about that? Ties, belts, accessories, coats, winter gear.
That's a big thing.
And coats take up a lot of real estate in your closet.
Mm-hmm.
So see what you can get rid of. Okay, go down.
Okay. Well, socks and underwear. Clean out that underwear
Hey,
drawer.
it's a good feeling to go through your underwear drawer. Because you just sometimes hang on to them panties that might have a hole in the side of them, but you still wear them.
If you have a sock that has a hole in it, just go ahead and toss it. I don't ever keep any that has a hole in them.
Because I don't think any of us darn anymore, do we?
Well, you can feel it. You can feel where you tried to sew it up, and I can't stand that on my feet. So no. Jewelry, purses. Purses is a big one. I think it's kind of hard to. I don't like to have a whole lot of purses.
Let me say something.
Okay.
Vicky Wood says, I tried to give my children china, etc., and they won't take them. You know why, Vicky? Because these millennials and beneath them even, they are minimalists. They're a lot more minimalist than we were, and they don't want none of our stuff.
Yeah,
and
they
my
don't.
girls have told me that, Mom, quit asking. We don't want it. So.
Pillows and sheet sets. 2 pair of sheets for a bed is enough, in my opinion. One for while you're sleeping, and one for when you take them off and you're washing that one.
That makes sense.
That's
yeah. Pillows. I hang on to pillows for some reason.
I
don't
that
know
either.
why. And at one time, my husband said, "Honey, why do you have all these pillows in this storage?" And you know what I told him? I said, "They're moving pillows." He said, "What is moving pillows?"
Did
I
you
said,
come up with that right then?
Apparently. And I said, you know, like when you're moving furniture and you need something to stick in, they're moving pillows. And he's like, "Are you planning on moving anytime soon?" And I said, "No, but if we ever do, I have pillows."
That was good.
Oh, goodness.
Blankets and towels. You don't need a whole bunch of all that. Somebody has a flip phone. Mary.
Oh, I love it. Hang on to that, Mary. Maybe worth something one day.
Joanne says I have too many clothes and different. Me too, Joanne. Join the club.
I brought furniture, Vicky said, from my mom's house to mine. Yep, it happens all the time.
Even brought her. Now, that velvet hangers, I will
like
keep
those.
those. I like those.
I have way too many socks. I don't have enough.
Leanne says, I enjoy watching y'all. Don't get excited about watching many folks, but y'all are a
Oh,
trio.
y'all are sweet.
Thank you,
That's
Leanne.
sweet, Leanne.
Oh, she's talking about the kids. Vicky says they are going to regret not taking it as they get older. I agree.
Well,
There
I'm
are
gonna
some
force
things.
some things on them. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you're taking it. I'm leaving it for you with your name on it, and then you will be so guilted out by the fact that I'm gone that you will take it.
Hey, this one is a big thing. Televisions.
Oh,
Nobody wants those big televisions. You know, if you got the big
Big
box
stereo,
on them,
we
don't
would.
keep those. Just go ahead and take them to the dump. Nobody wants them.
we have taken 2 to the dump over the years.
This says items on your bulletin board. Get rid of them. And magnets. Oh, I do have quite a few magnets on my refrigerator.
Well, you can still go through.
Home
I did
office.
that.
And take out a few of them. Don't have to
the
keep them
things
all.
that are like dated, you know.
Now this says coins. Why would you get rid of coins? They might be valuable. Coins.
Well,
like,
maybe
you know,
it's talking about those people that save like $10,000
Oh,
in pennies.
pennies, okay.
You can take them and cash them in at the bank.
I would do. That's okay. I got you there. Pens and pencils. Y'all don't want to see my pen and pencil drawer. It's
Yeah,
full.
mine too. And that, why do we hang on to those
don't know.
pens? Those
I
free
throw 'em
pens
away.
we get from the bank, and they don't write good anyway. But yet we've got a drawer full of them.
Cleaning supplies, old batteries, tools. I don't know. I've gotten rid of tools and wish that I didn't. So I kind of hang on to tools
Well,
now.
You know, if any man would say,
Don't
"You ain't
get rid
touching
of
my
them."
tools," you ain't touching my
Let's
tools.
see what Laura says. My mother-in-law had several
Oops,
broken big TVs in her basement when she passed.
Because
Yeah. She hated to get rid of
they
them.
pay good money for those. Why they want to throw them out?
Vicky has a Sonny and Cher magnet
Oh, I love it.
on her fridge. I've been thinking listed on eBay. Somebody would love that, I'm
Probably
sure.
so.
Hi,
My
Brit.
son and share. I got you, baby.
Let's see. Eva says, I have too many loaf pans. I guess I'm saving them for a bake sale. Not.
Yeah. See, there's all these things that we can get rid of. Now.
Joanne said Mo did great singing yesterday.
Oh, thank you, Joanne.
All right, what
So,
else we got?
okay, so I'm thinking about my own house, and this is true. Coolers. If you have old coolers that are so nasty you wouldn't want to put anything in them, but you're hanging on to them,
Let them go.
let them go. Let them go. Manuals, like old manuals to things that you bought,
you don't even have
appliances
anymore.
that you don't even have anymore, but you still have the manual.
That's time to get rid of those, yeah.
Oh, here's a big one that we don't even have anymore.
I don't have any of these.
Phone books.
Does anybody have a phone book?
I have a phone book, and why did I keep it?
You kept one?
Yeah, because I wanted people to go, in 2024, I wanted them to go, what is that? That is how we used to look up a phone number.
You should have brought your phone book with you.
I should have. I have to find
That's
it first. Coupons.
Oh, no.
Mother also was a couponer, and she had coupons that were expired like 5 years before she died. So
I have some, but I try to keep them current.
We did not go through those. We just don't.
I would have done the same.
Board games.
Board
How many of
games.
y'all have board games from when you were a kid that are probably broken, missing pieces, whatever?
Those I get rid of, but I do keep my games.
Yeah, I do too. And puzzles. Because my granddaughters like puzzles.
Yeah.
So, but that's on the list.
Decks of cards.
Decks
I have
of
more than I
cards.
need.
How many decks of cards can one person play with at a time?
You don't need that many.
Unused gifts.
Unused gifts?
Well, that's like talking about if someone gifts you something that you don't really use or want or need, and you stick it back going, well, I can't get rid of it. It was a gift. Well, 20 years later, you can get rid of it. Nobody will ever know.
Whoever gave it probably won't remember.
Yeah, I don't think so. Although I have tried that one time.
You tried to regift?
And I got busted.
Did you regift it to the same person?
Yeah.
No!
It was my sister. And it wasn't Pam either. It's Jamie, the one that's still living.
Jamie.
And she spilled the beans to me one time. She said, Mom, can I tell you something? And I said, what? And she said, remember that so-and-so you gave me? Well, I gave that to you first. And I felt so bad. And I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, that's bad.
Anywho.
Britt says manuals are all available online nowadays.
That is
very true, Britt. Very true.
Now, I still like me a piece of paper in my hand when I'm trying to follow directions or something, but...
Lynn says, I've got so many electrical cords that I have no idea what they're for. Me
Toss
too.
them.
Yeah.
Toss them.
Just toss them.
And y'all, I'll be the first to admit, it's hard to pick up something and go and throw it in the trash.
It is.
When you
You're
think,
right.
I might need that. What if that's to something I need? If you haven't used it in 5 years, 10 years, you're not going to use it. You're not going to need it.
Starla's watching. Hi, Starla.
Hey, Starla.
And Mary
Starla knows what we're
says,
talking about.
this is true. I saw this. Mary says, have you seen the prices of old colored Pyrex casserole dishes?
Yes, and I
They
wish I had some.
Yes, they are valuable. They're on eBay. You can buy them there, but they're beautiful. All different colors.
Okay, here you go. Baby clothes, which y'all young mothers, if there's any of y'all watching, y'all know how to get rid of your baby clothes because I've been seeing y'all on Facebook Marketplace.
Selling.
You sell them or you give them away to your friends. Y'all trade stuff, and I love that. Reuse, recycle, you know. Baby supplies. So if you're holding on to baby supplies thinking, I might have another kid in a couple of years, chances are they'll have something better on the market.
Exactly true.
Old school books and papers.
Why?
My husband, when we cleaned out our basement during the pandemic,
He had stuff?
he had his college algebra books. He had,
Did he let
business
them go?
law.
Oh, I remember that class.
He graduated from college in 1984. I mean,
Did he throw them away?
we sure did. We sure did. Toys. That's always a hard one because if you've held on to them and your kids are grown now, it's hard to throw those away. So, but you can do it. I did it. Stuffed animals, another one. I mean, it's like throwing them
I
in
have
the
some for my
trash.
kids. I can't let go.
Okay.
Kids artwork. Now I'm bad on this one. I have 2 children and they both have a bunch of their old stuff. I know they're going to throw it away, but I'll let them do that.
Well, what I did was when we were cleaning out our basement, I had tons of that. I had the little portfolios from every year they were in elementary school. They made a big portfolio, and you think, oh, I can't throw that away.
Did you?
You can.
Did you throw it away?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I kept one thing out of each one that was something they did.
Yeah.
And I put it in a file that said Lindsay, and I put it in a file that said Brianna, and I just kept one thing. Before I did that, I was sending them pictures. Do y'all want any of this? No. Mother, why would we want that? So.
Sarah Jane says, I would give anything to have the phone book of my childhood.
Oh, yeah. Aww. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lynn. Vicky, we do a white elephant gift at Christmas. I give things new from Goodwill and things from my house. My kids say...
Oh, no.
We got lost junk.
Yeah, and to them, it is truly junk. To us, it may be special.
Lindsay, what are y'all listing? Lindsay, your mama has a list of 101 things to reduce in your home.
Yep.
We're trying to do it.
I'm
and
going
trying
to send
to encourage.
that to you, Lindsay. I meant to email you that because it's got some good stuff. And Lindsay's about to move into a new house, and she wants no clutter in her house, in her new house. So I said, I have a list I need to send you. So I'll send that to you, Lindsay.
All right, here goes some more. We're almost to the end. Suitcases. I don't keep a lot of suitcases. Pantry food. Some things get hidden back in the back of a pantry.
Well, we have a pantry video where Deb helped me clean up my pantry. So if you want to get some good laughs, just watch that video.
Cheryl. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because I had things out of date by 3-4 years in my pantry.
We did find some old stuff in there. Cheryl says to take pictures of children's artwork and make a scrapbook for each one. That is an excellent idea. I love that idea. So, Lindsay, young people. Why didn't
you tell me that 3 years ago?
Start that now, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Pet supplies. So I would say probably old pet supplies is what that's talking about. If you got a lot of old pet supplies.
The cat started crying when you said pet supplies.
Don't get rid of me. Party supplies. You know what? I have a lot of bows and wrapping paper. I probably should get rid of some of that stuff.
I have a problem with that myself because I've kept those things for years. Somebody else might be having a Blue's Clues birthday party, so I'm going to get this Blue's Clues thing I paid $20 for. No, you won't. So just get rid of that stuff.
Seasonal decorations. So it's probably a good idea to go through your Halloween stuff, your fall stuff, and get rid of some of it anyway. Get rid of some of the older stuff that maybe you don't use.
Hey, Ruby said, I have 100 Beanie Babies for my grandkids in totes. I hate to part with them. And some boy toys, too. Have Pyrex. I'll have to look it up.
Yes.
Yeah, look at it and see if it's worth anything there, Ruby.
Sporting goods, like if you got... Well, I guess some old mitts and things, old footballs.
Mitts. We had to throw some of that away. And it was hard, y'all, because this is part of your life and part of your children's growing up that you're throwing in the trash. But realistically, nobody else wants it. They want all new stuff. And it's taking up space in your house that you could use for other things.
Now this next one is very strange to me.
Yeah.
101 things to reduce in your home, and it says automobiles.
Well, that's for those people who live out on the farm and have 3 junk vehicles in their driveway that they think, one day I'm going to fix that up. And then 25 years later, it's still sitting there with grass all growing out the window.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I imagine that's what he meant by that.
Scrap pieces of lumber, don't leave them laying around.
My daddy always had scrap pieces of lumber and old bricks. I don't know why. And cinder blocks. I mean, we always had access to a cinder block. And I haven't had a cinder block of my own since I've been married.
If you got a whole lot of brooms, cut the brooms down. You don't need a whole bunch. Rakes, shovels, garden tools. I like to keep a good hoe, a good shovel. You don't need a whole bunch of them. Keep the good ones.
Okay, this next one's for me. Plant containers and pots. I hate throwing away a perfectly good pot. I mean, if I got a plant in it and I'm repotting it, but then this container is still good. It pains me to throw it away, but I've started doing it because I've found that I never use them and they're just taking up space.
And the last one on this list is probably a big one for a lot of people, especially since we order from Amazon all the time. Empty cardboard boxes. We don't have to save all of those boxes.
I don't have
but if
to
you look
worry.
at my garage right now,
I don't have to worry about that because Tink goes behind me and breaks down the boxes that I was trying to save and says, we don't need this around here. We'll get you a box if you need a box. And then when I need a box, I don't
Can't
have a
find
box.
one.
So anyway, everything within reason, y'all.
Lynn says, my daughter and her husband are in the military, and she bought a large plastic tote for each of her 3 adult kids and told them their keepsakes had to fit in the storage tote, or they would have to take to their own house.
That's awesome.
Great idea, Lynn.
So, and Lindsay can tell you this. We had a going through Mom and Dad's basement party.
Oh, really?
And Lindsay and Brianna, along with their, let's see, I think it was just them. I don't think we even had a Maya then. But Tatum came along, and we went through all their stuff that was in the basement. And they carried out maybe a shoebox full.
Oh, really? That's it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything else went in the back of the pilot and off to the dump. And Daryl was driving, and he was a happy camper. He's like, here I go. Get rid of this junk.
Get rid of it before they change their mind.
I was really surprised that's all they wanted, but that's all they wanted. But Lindsay said, but it always comes in handy.
That's when we was talking about wrapping paper and stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
All the stuff that you...
That is true.
So that's our list. How do y'all do? Vicky says, I reuse the boxes for eBay buyers because you do a lot of eBay. That's great, Vicky, you're right. And except the big boxes, I just gave 6 big boxes on the free group for someone who's moving. Very true. There's always somebody moving and who can use those larger boxes. Ruby says, I've gotten rid of a bunch of clothes and shoes that would never be worn by me again, donated to a church that helps others in need.
And that's a great thing. Our church has a big benevolent program, and we can always send things over to them, and it makes you feel good to know that your stuff that you don't want anymore is actually helping someone else. So
we will try to find this list. Can we find it, you think, or copy it?
I don't think I can.
Can't put it out?
It's probably copyrighted.
Okay.
We're probably not supposed to be talking about it.
Becoming a minimalist. So I bet you if you looked at becoming a minimalist, you will find some information about things in your home that you could probably get rid of yourself.
Becoming minimalist.
So look that we'll just look that up and see what you can find. But those are some great ideas to cut down the clutter in your own home.
Y'all may want to take that course that Mo took. I think it was only like, I don't remember how much it was. I'm afraid to say. It probably wasn't a whole lot though, but it was like a 6 weeks course, and I think we met every Tuesday
It's
night.
hard to believe there could be that much to talk about for 6 weeks.
But you got to remember, some people are actual hoarders. They have issues getting rid of anything.
Yeah.
So the things he talked about were why we hold on to stuff, and it's a lot of psychological stuff, y'all. So you could post, and we could screenshot the list.
I'll look around, see if I can find a good list, and I'll post something a little bit later. We may not post this exact one since it came from her class, but I bet I can find something. So we really thank y'all for watching. And I hope that this helps somebody out there.
Well, I don't know if y'all are like us, but we're getting to the age now where we're thinking we don't want to leave a lot of extra stuff behind when we leave this old earth for our kids to have to deal with. And, you know, like I said, Tink's a minimalist, so it's not him that's the issue. It was me. And so I have really pared down over the last 3 to 5 years. So, and I plan to do some more of it.
Seems like I've pared down, but it's something how it comes back.
Does it?
How do I get more? I don't know how I do that.
You need somebody like Tink going, okay, go ahead and go to Home Goods, but everything comes in this house. Something has to leave.
That would do it, I'm sure. Take one in, take one out.
Anyway.
Okay, y'all, I think we are going to head off of here and get some other stuff done, but I hope y'all enjoyed 101 things to reduce in your home. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.